Hey people, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing. Don't forget to be checking up my page so that I can know when I have a new video that is up. Today I'm going to be doing a natural look for this particular young lady. She wanted an office look whereby she didn't want anything busy, so something light on the skin, and this is what you're going to do for her, because that is what we do here. We give you what you really want. First, you go in with the wet wipe and clean out her skin, making sure that her skin is plain and clean, that her pores are open, and no residue of the previous makeup is there. Next, I go in with Dr. Rochelle vitamin C serum, and I spread it all over her face. The syrup helps in preventing, moisturizing her skin, and also ensuring that her skin still stays healthy no matter how much makeup we apply. Next, I go in with the Zaron Mattifying Product Serum, and then I spread it all over her face. This is to ensure that when we do the makeup, it's going to last the entire day, and because her skin is oily, it's not going to, to start sweating through and getting more oilier as the day goes by. It's going to have a natural look and a mattified look. Next, I go in with my spoolie and brush out her eyebrows just for prepping. Then I go in with my eye pencil and shade in her eyebrows. She already had some henna on her eyebrows that we had done previously, so I just go in and shade in the eye pencil slightly to make sure that the intensity of the pencil is balanced. After that is done, I go in with my concealer. As always, I use a concealer that is two shades lighter than her skin tone. This is to ensure that when you apply the eyeshadow, it pops. I line her eyebrow from the center going towards the end using the concealer. I spread the concealer all over her eye area to make sure that the whole of her eyelid is covered with concealer. I then mix the concealer that I used at the bottom with the foundation that I'm going to be using on her face, and use it to clean out the upper part of the eyebrow. This is to ensure that when you're going to be doing the foundation, it's going to be easier for you to blend in the upper area of the eyebrow. I do this because it helps me when I come to blending the foundation to the upper brow area. This ensures that it will be easier for you to melt in the foundation to the concealer easily. After that is done, we are going to be doing her eyeshadow. As I said earlier, she wanted a natural look, so I started with blending a yellow powder on the directly below the eyebrow line. Yellow is a corrective color, which ensures that anytime that when you apply the yellow on the concealer that you had applied earlier, it's going to blend in easier and make it look just slightly brighter than her skin tone. I then go in with a light brown color and shade it into the arc of the eyebrow. After that is done, I go in with a little bit of a darker brown color and use it to blend. the outer corner of the eye. As I've always said, you start with the lighter shade, then a medium shade, then go to the deepest color at the inner edge of the eye as you spread it towards the outwards, creating an ombre look. Next, I go in with the same concealer that I had used to line her brows, and use it to make a slight shade of a lighter color at the middle part of the eye. I do not make a cut crease because I did not want it to be a cut crease. I just wanted a little bit of concealer to help me spread the eyeshadow on the middle part. I then go in with the rose gold color and apply it all over the concealer. I do not brush it, I just press it in until it sets. Our client today had already had some lashes installed. I had done some semi-permanent lashes on her, so we're not going to be doing eyelashes. After I'm done with the middle part and pressing in the rose gold color, I then go in with the fluff brush, and clean out the areas where there is a demarcation line, i.e. the top part of the cut crease, which is not really a cut crease, and the inner edge of the eye. This creates a more natural transition to the eyeshadow. After that, I go in with my eyeliner and go as close as possible to the eyeline as I can. I did not make it too thick because she already had lashes on. We just had to do some mascara for her lashes. After that is done, I go ahead and put foundation on her face. Then spread it out with the brush that I used for shaping the eyeshadow. Next, I go in with my MAC setting spray and spray a bit of it on the foundation. This is to ensure that the foundation spreads much easier and more smoothly on her face. I then use a foundation brush to spread it all over her face. Do not drag the brush along her skin, but just press it in and then move on to the next part. Press it in and tap it outwards, not inwards. After that is done, I take a beauty blender, spray a little bit of setting spray on it. Then I use the moist beauty blender to blend out, to get the excess foundation off of her face. This ensures that the foundation looks more smooth on her skin. Next, using the brush that I used to line her brows, I apply the same concealer that I used on her eyeshadow area on the places that I want to contour, which is on her under eye, the brim of her nose, her forehead, and her chin. After that is done, I take a small beauty blender and I blend in the concealer into the foundation by pressing it in. I prefer using the small beauty blender because it does get into places that it wouldn't be that easy to get to with a bigger beauty blender. After I am done with that, I go in with my banana powder and press it into every area that I applied the concealer. I do not leave it to bake because I find that pressing it in gives it a better finish than when I leave the banana powder to bake. Next, I go in with a dark brown eyeshadow and I use it to contour the nose. I prefer using the eyeshadow because it sort of sets better than when you use a loose powder. Next, I go in with loose powder, with pressed powder and apply it all over face. As always, do not brush along her skin, just press it in and lift your brush. Press, lift, press, lift, press, lift. I then go in with the sleek bronzing powder and I use it to contour her, to highlight the tip of her nose and the tip of her lips and also her cheekbones. I find that using the finger gives you a much nicer result than when you use a brush to apply the contour, the highlights. So I do that, then take the loose brush that I used to do the powder and brush it a bit just to make sure that it's not in excess. Next, I do her lipstick. When you are applying lipstick, you start with lining it by applying the lipstick along the margin of her lips. After that was done, I went in with a bit of concealer and applied it on the middle part of her lips. This is because I want an ombre look. After that, I take my loose powder, or rather the banana powder, use the loose brush that I use on the eyeshadow, which is a little bit tinier, and apply it on the concealer that I just applied on her lips. This blends in the color of the concealer and the color of the lipstick, thus making a lighter shade of the original lipstick that you just applied. It also helps a matte lipstick to last for a bit longer. For her, she spent the entire day with the lipstick without it changing color at all or peeling. Next, I go ahead and brush her eyeshadow, her eyelashes using mascara. And because she has like some semi-permanent lashes, you do not do way too much mascara. You just make sure that your brush doesn't have too much mascara. This is because when you apply too much mascara on lashes, on the semi-permanent lashes, they start clogging up. I then go in with my MAC setting spray and spray it all over her face. there we go. As simple as it is, we are done. I then go in with my got-to-be spray and set her hairline as her makeup spray, as her makeup sets. Don't mind my toothbrush. That is one of the tools that have become very important to me. And that is it for today, guys. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing. Don't forget to leave your comments down below. I like hearing your feedback. Looking forward to seeing you next time. For Harry.